Hey girl, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be achieving this natural makeup look. So if you are a beginner in makeup and you're wanting to know how you can create a makeup routine that is simple, a few steps, but also is a little more than, makeup looks that will give you something that is natural, a little soft glam, but something when you want to look a little more special for night outs or just when you want to look a little more put together than your usual, then this video is for you. You will see how we can get a natural, subtle, soft glam look without doing the most, but also with using products that are non-toxic, low toxic. So if you like videos like this, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and let's get into this natural makeup, so soft glam makeup look. Okay, so first we're gonna go in with brows, and I'm going to use the NYX Professional Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Espresso to outline my brows. Get my mirror. And I'm gonna do the same thing on this other side and come right back. Okay, so now that we're done with the brows, so now we can go in with foundation. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with foundation, and today we're gonna be using the Iredale Skintuition in the shade 64 Dark, which is more of a warm undertone. So we're gonna go in with something that is lightweight, that is like skin-like, and this I've been loving lately. It's just beautiful. So we're gonna go in with this. I'm gonna do a pump on my forehead. So then I'm gonna scoop that up with my spatula and apply it to my face. So we're gonna put some, and we do the same here. That really might be more than what I needed, but it's all good. I also love how thin this foundation, it spreads on the face. Look at the skin. Beautiful. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with our brightening concealer, which is usually a shade or two lighter than our skin tone. And today we're gonna go in with these two, the Saie Beauty Hydra Beam Concealer in the shade 7, and then the Rose Ink Hydrating Concealer in the shade LX140. And we're just going to add this to the center of our face to bring some more light back to the center of our face. Because when you add the foundation, now there's just a flat tone. That's not how our skin looks naturally. So we're gonna add those shades in the center. Oh, scraping. I'm running out of this one. I will be trying another concealer once I finish the rest of this, but I will miss it because I really like this. But again, I want to branch out and try something else. And we're going to go in with that Rose Ink Concealer. Add a little dab there, and this is just to add a little more coverage. And now we're going to go in with bronzer, and today we'll be using the Rose Ink Cream Bronzer in the shade Capri. I love this bronzer because it is more of a neutral, it's not too red, and as you see, I'm hitting pan, so I've been really enjoying this bronzer. Now, do you see how adding that bronzer brings back some more definition to the face? And with this same bronzer, I'm gonna go in the crease of my eyes and on my eyelids with a smaller brush, just to bring back some more depth to my nose. And then I'm gonna go in the crease as well. Okay, so now we're going to blend out where I applied the cream bronzer. blend the nose. Before I blend out the concealer, I do want to add my cream blush. And today we're going to go in with a combination of two. And first we're going to go in with the Honest Beauty Cream Blush in the shade Coral Peach. It's like a pinky peach shade. Go in with that. Ooh, that was a lot. Do the same on the other side. And then I'm going to add a little on my nose. So now we're going to blend out the concealed areas with a small dense brush. And we're just going to make sure that we stay only in this area here, so we don't take away from the blush and the bronzer that we applied. Do the same on this side. You can add the excess on the forehead in the center. So we blend this up so there's no harsh lines. We blend that in there. Okay, so now what I like to do is use the same brush that I use for foundation and whatever is left on here. I didn't add anything else on here, so I'll use this to blend it in just to make sure that there's no harsh lines between where I applied the blush and where I blended out the concealer, so that it looks more blended. See? In case I felt like I lost some of that blush when doing that, I'll apply. I won't add any more to that blush brush, but I will go over it again, you know, just to make sure we didn't lose it from the concealer. Okay. Pretty, real pretty. So now we're going to go in with a powder bronzer by Well People. This is in the shade Bronze, and we're going to set the areas that we applied the cream bronzer. So this is what it looks like, and then we're going to get some on the brush and then tap off that excess powder, and then we're going to set the areas that we applied the cream bronzer to make sure that it lasts longer. And then down here, same thing on the other side. Yeah, along the nose. And then with a smaller brush with that same powder bronzer, we're gonna go in with a blending brush for the crease and go in, tap off the excess powder, and then go in the crease and on the lid. And now we're going to go in with some translucent setting powder to set all the areas that we applied concealer. And today we're going to go in with the Juice Beauty translucent setting powder. This is what it looks like. Ooh. I don't always do this, but just to clean up underneath where I applied the bronzer. And just to make sure there's no harsh lines, that same brush that I applied the bronzer with, I'll just go over it with what's left on the brush to blend that out. And just make sure there's no harsh lines and that everything is well blended. Okay, and so now with that same powder bronzer, I'm going to go on my lash line just to bring the eye look together. So that same color, I'm gonna dab the brush in there, tap off the excess powder, and then I'm gonna go on my lower lash line. And then you see the difference that it makes doing that compared to this eye. It looks a little more defined, and then the shape of your eye pops out more. So I'm gonna do the same thing on this eye. This technique that I learned from Patrick Ta, where he applies the powder blush and then he goes on top of that powder blush with cream blush. So I'm going to go in with the 100% Pure Berry Naked palette, and I'm gonna go in the blush shade, which is called Afterglow. This shade right here. And go over that. So then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So now I'm going to go in with this shade right here, which is a cream blush shade from Fitglow Beauty. It's in the shade Papaya. So I'm going to go on top of that. I was going to use that other shade, but this is a little more rich. So I'm just going to dab just a little bit. Woo, you see that? And then add that on top. Just to give it a little something extra. And again, go on top of the nose. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with cream highlighter from that same Fitglow Beauty palette in this shade right here. I forget the name, but I'll put it on the screen of the shade, but this is this quad that they have with all these cream tones. So on the tip of my nose with this shade, and then on the bridge. With this same champagne shade, I'm gonna go in my inner tear duct just to add a little pop there. It opens up the eyes. Blend that out a little. I don't need to add any to my cheeks because it's already glowy from the blush. And I want to set my inner tear ducts with a powder highlighter. And we're going to go in with that same 100% Pure Berry Naked palette. We're going to go in with the highlighting shade Illume. This shade right here to set that cream highlighter that we use. And I'm going to go on top of that. Actually, so we're going to go in with another 100% Pure palette, the highlighting shade, but this shade is Prism. This one is a little more a pinky gold. This shade right here. We're going to go on top of that with it. Okay. So now we're going to curl our lashes, and I'm going to go in with the Japonesque Pro Lash Curler. And I'm telling you, if you don't curl your lashes, I don't know what you're doing. It makes such a difference. And you're gonna see when I'm done. But just make sure you get the right shape for your eye shape, because they have different ones. See that? Big difference compared to this eye. Look at this eye, and then look at that eye. Big difference. We're gonna do the same thing on this eye. Look at that. Huge difference. From this step, you can just apply some mascara and be done. But with my everyday natural makeup routine, I have to apply some lash clusters. It's a no-brainer for me. I just love how it just gives some wigs to the ends of my lashes. And you will see how easy it is to apply. And today we're going to go in with the Kiss and Press Glueless Press-On Lashes. And this is in the style Voluminous. This is what it looks like. I love these. These are the only lashes that I use because, again, you don't need glue. All you need is a lash applicator like this. And this one is from Kiss. You just apply them, squeeze, and then you're done. But before I do that, I like to apply mascara. And today we're going to go in with the Honest Beauty 2-in-1 Extreme Lengthening Lash Primer and Mascara. That was a mouthful. On one end, you have the primer side, and that's what I'm going to go in with. And then on this side, it's the mascara. And so I'm gonna go in here, and it's just black mascara. And you can stop right here if you like, but for me, I just love a good lash cluster. I only go in with 2 longs and a medium, and I'm gonna show you how natural it looks and how easy it is to apply. So first you go in with long cluster, and then you make sure you have it with your lash applicator, and then you apply it where you want it, like that. And then I go in with another one of that same length, and I apply it next to it. I space it just a little, And there's the second one. And I can stop right there, but I'm gonna go in with a medium on the top row, and then I'll add that in the inner. And there you have it. Natural, wispy, with a little glam. So beautiful. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye and come right back. Okay, so now we're going to set our makeup with some setting spray, and we're gonna go in with the Well People Do Your Makeup Mist. This is what it looks like. And then we also gonna go in with the Iredale Common Lavender Hydrating Spray. Then we're gonna go in with my handy dandy handheld fan to dry. Whenever you spray your setting mist and you get these little dots, little raindrops on your face, just get you a sponge and just press it in wherever you see those raindrops on your face. With that same Honest Beauty mascara, we're gonna coat our bottom lashes. I'm gonna go in with my mini Ilia Limitless mascara in the shade After Midnight, which is a black shade. And now I'm gonna set my brows with the Well People Brow Gel, and this is in the shade Dark Brown. Okay, so now we're going to move down to the lips, and today I'm going to use the Tower 28 multi-liner in the shade Draw Me to line my lips. And it's like a brown shade, close to my lip color. Okay, so today we're gonna go in with the 100% pure fruit pigmented lip gloss. This is in the shade Naked, which is the peachy nude. First, we're gonna go in with this shade. And then on the center of that, we're gonna go in with the 100% pure fruit pigmented lip gloss in the shade Pink Caramel, which is more of a rosy brown. Pretty and neutral. So, what do you think? How did it turn out? I love it because it looks like skin, but better. It's a little more than your no makeup routine, but it's also not full coverage. It's like a soft glam, you know, like skin, but your natural features being enhanced, but it still looks like skin, but better. And of course, we got a little, you know, glam there with the lashes. And, you know, I didn't really do much with the eyes, but love it, love it, love it. Let me know if you tried any of these products that I use in this video. And also, if you like makeup looks like this, leave some in the comments down below to let me know what you want me to do next. But also, let me know if you are more of a natural makeup girly. You're not really into the full coverage, or you love like glowy, luminous, natural skin makeup looks. Thank you for sticking around throughout this long video, and let me know if it was helpful. Let me know if you're gonna pick up some tips or tricks that I use in this video, or if you do your makeup different. Let me know. I want to hear about it. So if you like videos like this, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe so you don't miss out on any future uploads. And yeah, but I love it, love it, love it, and I'll see you in the next one. Until next time, bye.